Hey guys, what's up? It's Katy and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we are going to be going over all of the fights for this week's Boss Rush Delta, and I gotta say this one was a little bit trickier than the last one, so let's go ahead and get into it. So this is the team that I'm bringing. I'm bringing Emma, Nick, Thing, Corvus, and Black Widow. Now, when we get to the final boss, I'm gonna make a suggestion and hear me out on it, but until then, let's get started with the first fight. And the first fight that we come across is Elsa Bloodstone, and she has enhanced special 2 bias, debilitate, the double tap. So basically, whenever she fires off one of her enhanced munitions, she will consume 2 rounds and apply 2 debuffs, and she has Mix Master. So Emma is a really good counter for this because number one, she's immune to those debuffs in diamond form. She takes less damage in diamond form, and Elsa cannot evade her in telepath form. So if you have Emma, she's a great option for this. If not, Iceman's another solid counter for this. If you don't want to play around the evades, if you do want to play around the evades with the Mix Master, just do medium light combos. So now we're moving on to Man-Thing with Enhanced Fury, Mystic Ward, Oscillate, Nano Plague, and Spite. Now the Oscillate and the Spite are they're really a sucky combo here, because if you dex and he goes into his shield or armor phase, you know, when he just kind of turtles up, he's just gonna sit there and he's just gonna gain power. So it's kind of a tricky situation. You got to play around that Oscillate, and you kind of don't want to try to activate Spite by dexing or evading or anything like that. So now Man-Thing special 2 is easier to dodge for me than his special 1, so I like to kind of keep him up there. Now I brought in Claire here because I can control his power with the Curse of Plague, and also I'll be immune to his poison debuffs that he puts on me. So Claire is a really good option for this. Now she's not going to nullify because of that Mystic Ward, but overall he's not bad. He's kind of beefy. What you want to do when it comes to this fight is you want to stay close to him and not really attack him when he's in his armor phase. Don't dex, because if you dex, you're going to activate the Spite and he's just going to sit there, hold block, and gain power. But once he goes into his fury or attack phase with the Oscillate, go ahead and go ham, because that's when he's going to be more aggressive with you, and you're going to be able to get out those specials from him a lot easier than when he is in his armor phase, whatever you want to call it, with that Oscillate. But Claire is a really good option for this. Anyone who can control his power is going to be great. So even if you have like one of the visions, Warlock with the Nano Plague, that's not going to work out that well with the robots, but you definitely want to bring in someone here who's poison immune, since he will poison you. So you want to kind of keep that in mind. So this is why Claire, it makes Claire such a good fight, or such a good counter for this fight, because she has the immunities and she can keep his power under control, because he's kind of beefy. Like, look how long this fight is, right? Like he's a bit beefy, right? So, but one more special 2 and down Man-Thing goes. Okay, so now we're moving on to Guillotine 2099 with Enhanced Armor Up, Aggressive, Heavy-Handed, Power Thief. So basically, when you miss, when she's goes into the Digicloak, she's gonna gain power, and she has empowered immunity. So I thought this fight was gonna be a little bit more tricky, but honestly, I actually got good RNG here with Corvus, because she doesn't throw a special 1, she ends up throwing a special 2 instead, which keeps my power, excuse me. So 1 special 2 and down Guillotine 2099 goes. Now Mr. Fantastic, this guy's a bit of a jerk. So he's got Debilitate, Prey on the Weak, Heal Block, Stung Once, Twice Shy, and Spry. Now, the Power Sting, this is what's gonna get you. You need to pay attention to that Power Sting debuff, because it takes a lot of my health away. And so I brought in Nick here because I just figured I was just gonna kill off Nick anyways. So, but this fight, it's a bit of a tricky one because of the heal block too. You can't have the Prey on the Weak kind of play in your favor with that fatigue buff if you have willpower. So I go ahead and launch my special 2, and the thing too with Mr. Fantastic is you don't want to launch the same specials twice in a row, because otherwise that'll put a weakness debuff on you and you'll carry that into the next fight. So keep that in mind as you're going through this. So now we're moving on to Doom. And I messed up in this fight, I'm not gonna lie. So Doom's got Enhanced Shock, Enhanced Power Drain, Hazarath Rage, Hazarath Vengeance, and power draw. Now, I'm fairly certain this is what he had when he was introduced in the event quest back in November of 2019. I could be wrong, but I feel like this is what he had. So I brought in Thing for this fight because I was like, Thing can take a punch and he can also pack a punch, but I end up not playing this fight as well as I should. I end up launching a special 2 when I should have launched a special 3, which you'll see here in a minute. So right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build up my Furies with Thing. But if you remember who you brought in for Doom when he was in the event quest, that's going to help you out in this fight as well. So this is where I messed up. I should have held to the special 3 there instead of launching the special 2, but I was a little quick on the draw and so launched the special 2 there. Now, I don't play this fight, like I said, too great. Thing is a good counter for this if you can play him correctly. I just kind of messed up a little bit. And this Doom, he's tanky, right? He's tanky, and we all know Doom can be a bit of, well, a pain in the butt. So, so I'm just trying to build my Furies back up here. That's the name of the game with Thing, really. If you're going to play Thing, you want to build your Furies up. So, and I'm taking a lot of blocked hit damage. So, and I did, with that unblockable, did get hit there. So I'm losing more health than what I would like here with Thing. But I'm just trying to build up my Furies here with Thing. I'm trying to get to a special 3. Also, I want to get him to throw one of these specials here before I launch my special 3, because I don't want to push him to a special 3. That would be no bueno. And I should have ran in and attacked him there, and I didn't before I launched my special 3 here. So I really did not play this fight all that well. I should have done better. This should have been a one-shot. Spoiler alert, it's not. And here too, I should have just gone ham. I don't know what I was thinking. So I just overall, this fight just kind of did not go as well as it should have. And then I tried to go at him right there and he launched the special and poor Thing went down. So just cleaning up here with Nick, and Nick handles him easy peasy. All right, so now Silver Surfer. So disclaimer, if you have a Ronin, use him and Ronin cheese this fight because it sucks. Why does it suck? Because he's got buff duration, hit me, I dare you, the rich get richer, personal space, and my favorite, not really, life cycle. So if you have a Ronin, use the Ronin cheese because life cycle is what sucks on this fight. So I want to try to activate the life cycle here. I want to stay in the Curse of Blood or the Curse of Plague. I should really stay in the Curse of Plague to keep his power under control instead of, you know, trying to get the bleeds on him because they're not really that strong. So I should have stayed in the Curse of Plague here with Claire so I can keep his power under control. But it really doesn't. Claire does okay against him, but it really doesn't work out all too well in my favor. If you have a Ronin, I highly suggest Ronin cheesing this fight. It is going to be your best option for this. Even a 3-star Ronin can do it. If you have a max sig 3-star Ronin and you play it well, he can handle this fight because you'll just keep Silver Surfer stun locked here. So because of all of the buffs that he will have up. So messed up there, took that combo and the special to the face with Claire. So I was like, well, we're gonna bring in Nick and see how it goes. And well, I whiffed right there. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. And I figured maybe I can just bleed him out, right? I was like, maybe I can bleed him out with Nick, right? Just keep heavying him, knocking him down and bleeding him out with Nick. And it kind of starts to work in theory, and then it doesn't. So this is where it gets a little bit messy right here. So I'm just trying to get the bleeds on, just trying to get him knocked down, hoping the bleeds will kill him, and then he gets the regen because of life cycle, and it's just a mess. So I'm like, okay, he's almost down, and then I'm like, nope, there's that life cycle, there's that regen. So, and there he's the unblockable, and down he goes. So Corvus is the only man I have left, and Corvus is kind of interesting here. Corvus is interesting with this fight because of the rich get richer, Corvus actually has more buffs up, in theory, than Silver Surfer does. So Corvus is gaining power like mad. So I messed up there because he threw his heavy in phase. But I was like, you know what? And I took that special 1 to the face right there. I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to keep knocking him down and gaining my power because I still technically have more buffs up than Silver Surfer. So just go ahead and knock him down and then launch the special 2 and down Surfer goes. So Corvus is actually a really interesting matchup for that. So he's another good counter if you don't want to do the Ronin cheese. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below. What did you think of this week's Delta boss rush? Did you think it was harder than the first couple weeks? Who did you find to be the most struggling boss out of here? And did you use the Ronin cheese on Silver Surfer? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.